Well, welcome everybody to Module 2 of the program. So we're going to be covering quite some interesting material in Feng Shui over the next 4 days. So as you know, this curriculum is a classical Feng Shui curriculum, so we get into the metaphysical side of Feng Shui. In Module 1 you learned that Feng Shui is about the yin and the yang, and that translates to, in a broad way, the form school and the compass school. So the form school being what we witness in terms of the physical space, the material plane, the gross level, shapes and colours and walls and windows and etc., and the terrain of the land and gardens. Whereas the compass school is more about investigating the invisible world, the vibrational world. In the Taoist tradition, there's no separation between the invisible and the visible. The invisible becomes the visible, and the visible becomes the invisible. They're just a mirror image of each other. Heaven and earth is just a mirror image. Obviously, heaven is the creator, earth is the receptor, so the patterns of earth, its seasons, etc., follow the cosmic order. So this curriculum is a little bit more like looking at this 4 days is now starting to look at the cosmic order, and we'll witness that cosmic order on and in our life. That cosmic order is what we've absorbed. The macro has become the micro, right? So to investigate that, the Taoists created some very, very beautiful, elegant mandalas that are actually quite rational, quite scientific in one sense, using that word a little bit like loosely, scientific. What I mean by scientific, they've got mathematical principles, they've got binary information like a computer, like plus and minus, creating a comprehensive, unifying whole. Remember, what the Taoists did was they observed what was going on in the earth plane to be able to investigate what was going on in the cosmic order. And they saw that as being a reflection and a mirror of each other. Right? So when did this all start? Well, it's said to have started, the Chinese civilization is said to have started around 15,000 years ago, around the Yellow River of China, and some of these mandalas that we're going to be drawing today and over the next couple of days, they find in the old caves of China, and they find, of course, in the emperor's tombs and on coffins, and sprinkled throughout the kingdom. Where that came from, we can only start to guess in a way, but there's some interesting material around, in the sense that you've got to remember that in the ancient world that you didn't have passports. There wasn't China, there wasn't India, there wasn't Egypt, there wasn't Sumeria as we know it. There was pretty much like, in one sense, one world, one unified world. And information appears to have spread pretty well. When you look at the way the pyramids were built in Peru and Mexico, it's the same technology that was used in Egypt and Sumeria. So the ancient world was very, very connected in that sense. Right? So it's said that a lot of this can be traced back to where human civilization began, and of course that takes us to Sumeria. And pretty much, civilization started there, then it spread to Egypt, of course, and then to the northern part of China. Pretty much that's where all of their traditions and philosophy started, was in the northern part of China. And it's very interesting in the sense that that part of the world we also, to a degree, call the three treasures, culturally, very loosely, in the sense that you've got Taoism, and so you've got China, you've got India, and then you've got Tibet in the middle between China and India. So the Tibetan take on Feng Shui was actually quite interesting, because just like their medicine is actually a combination of Chinese medicine and Ayurvedic, because of their geographical location.